is one aspect of our ancient writings which has intrigued me, or rather it is a thing which doesn't quite fit into the head. We have always read of the Dashavataras, and we always have it in our head that yes, we are here on earth. So when we think of the Matsyavatara, we imagine our earth is there and there is a flood and the Matsya comes. I wonder if the Srimad Bhagavatam refers to the existence or the location of the Bhugolam. Same way in the Kurma Avatar. The Kurma was floating on the ocean. It was the ocean milk, and they wanted to churn the ocean. And there was nothing to support the Mandara hill, which volunteered to be the central stick, churning stick. So Bhagavan took the avatar of Kurma, the turtle, the huge turtle, on the back of which the Mount Mandara was placed, and Vasuki was the serpent who volunteered to be the rope, which was used to churn the ocean of milk. And from that, all those things came out. Where was the Bhugolam at that time? I don't know if our Srimad Bhagavatam specifies anything about where the Bhugolam was at that time. Malsyam Kurmam Varaham. In the Varaha Avatara, it is very clearly stated that the Asuras, whoever stole the Vedas and hid it and took it, and they carried away the Bhuma Devi, and hid Bhuma Devi deep under the ocean, in the muck, in the slushy muck, the churns under the water. So it was that Bhagavan took the avataram of the Varaha, the boar. The boar then went deep inside the ocean, dug up the muck, because pigs do that, the boars, they do that, they dig all the muck, all the shit and the dirty things, and the Varaha brought out the Bhugolam, the sphere of the earth, and brought it up to the surface and let it float on the surface. Is what I have read. I have not read the Srimad Bhagavatam. I want to read it, and I think I need a lot of help to go into these aspects. So where was the Bhugolam during the Matsya Avatara? Where was the Bhugolam during the Kurma Avatara? Where was the Bhugolam during the Varaha Avatara? At least at the end of the Varaha Avatara, I have the understanding that the Bhugolam was brought up by the Varahan and laid to float on the ocean. This is the ocean of milk or whatever. Malsyam Kurmam Varaham. Then comes the Narsimha. In the Narsimha Avatara, you have Narsimha being the gatekeeper of Mahavishnu, being banished from there. Narsimha and the Hiranyaksha and the Hiranyakashipu, being the gatekeepers of Mahavishnu, being banished from there and being born here. And they are the Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And Hiranyakashipu being a Rakshasa, Prahlada being his son, and being so gentle and so devout. That's what the entire story is about. So Prahlada is a human being as far as we know. He he was maybe a divine being, and he was a devotee of Bhagavan Vishnu. So we have the human personality here in the Narasimha Avatara. And after the Narasimha Avatara comes the various other things like the Parshurama and the Vamana and etc., where the human beings have already come. There is no human being in the Matsya Avatara, the Kurma Avatara and the Varaha Avatara, only the gods and etc. So what is this?
What about the Paramanu, the Manu and the Rishis?
So, now we must appreciate that the time scales we are talking about are immense. I have heard Carl Sagan say that nowhere in the human civilization has any culture thought out, imagined, visualized a time scale as vast as what the Srimad Bhagavatam does.
And as
there
correctly.
are the yugas, and the yugas are immense time scales. Chaturyuga, the first is the Satya Yugas, that much. Next is the Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, that much. Then the Treta Yuga, then the
Kali
Yuga. So the whole thing is some 2 to 3 million years.
And they all form a Manvantara.
This becomes one Manvantara.
Well, that's a day of Brahma.
And a Manvantara is a day of Brahma.
And then a day plus night of Brahma become one Manvantara.
Yes. And the whole time scale is related to the Unmisham Nimisham. Nimisham, you have heard. Nimisham, or Nimisham. So, Nimisham is just this. The time it takes for the eyelid to close. Unmisham is when it opens. Unmisham, Nimisham, Unmisham, Nimisham. You read the Bhagavad Gita. It says Unmisham, Nimisham. That is when the eyelid closes and when the eyelid opens. That much time of the Bhagavan's eyelid closing and opening is the time of the Yuga. I am not clear about this. I am just telling you a little bit of the thought. And I need help from all of you to look into it deeper, and to bring out facts which we can then assemble and relate to one another and put up. Because today we need to go forward. Until some years back, even very recently, the official position of the Indian government was that the Sri Rama was imagination. Sri Krishna was imagination. And the government had actively connived to suppress. So, we know that these are itihasas. These are the histories. As far as we know, these are histories. Itihasa means this is what happened. Means it is a history. So, according to our itihasas, the Matsya Avatara took place, the Kurma Avatara, the Varaha Avatara, the Narasimha Avatara, then the Vamana Avatara, and then the Parshurama, and then there is the Krishna Avatara.
Rama, Krishna.
We know that, yes, Rama Avatara and then the Krishna Avatara. We have now certain more or less label indicators that the Krishna Avatara was around 5000 BC or 3000 BC, around 5000 years back. So, because they have done the archaeological testing and excavation and etc. of recording of Dwarka city, the port and etc. And Rama Avatara is around 12,000-13,000 BC. We don't know for sure because it is not proved. So, starting from around 13,000 BC, when Rama as a human being is in this same Bharatavarsha, in the Punya Bhumi of Bharata. And he goes from Ayodhya to Panchavati and then to Hampi and then to the Sri Lanka. Now, these things have been verified by some research scholars. What we need is more and more research scholars delving deeper into these epics, these itihasas, and bringing out the details and establishing these as facts. So, the time scale being so enormous, so vast, these become difficult to quantify or to establish as facts. Neil Shok is trying to do this regarding the Mahabharata with the Arundhati, Vasishta and etc. Somebody else is doing it with regard to the Ramayana. So, what we need is now a resurgence of people coming forward to delve deep into the itihasas and bring out the histories which are buried in the itihasas. Recently, I heard one of the people talking about these things, giving the genealogy of Sri Rama. He has given maybe 100 or 125 steps from him to him to him to him to him until Sri Rama was born. If you have something which is verifiable, then you know that this will be 30 years or 20 years, 10 years, so the total is say 800 years or whatever it is. Somebody has to work on it. I have been to the Darjeeling, where the Katoch dynasty, they have a fort. That fort of the Katoch dynasty, it is written there that that fort of Katoch dynasty was there before the Mahabharata war, and those people fought on the side of Duryodhana. And if that dynasty fought on the side of Duryodhana, Duryodhana was what here, and Katoch is even today a member of parliament something. His genealogy traced back to 5,000 years. Somebody can do a research on it. There are 1,000 different things which need to be researched. And we need thousands of people who will do it and contribute to the fund of information, the factual information with data, with specific facts, with evidence, which can be then put into the records, which will become available for the public at large. This will definitely make it possible to progress with our thinking on Hinduism. Thank you.